All right, here we go. Okay, so tonight is all about our energy. I promise you this one here is like you really do want to have your like phones down, like really no distractions because it's a lot. I would suggest having pen and paper out. Let me get the screen up and we can go for it. Okay, share present. Yeah. So, what we're going to do tonight, understanding the impacts of your energy. And this one here, like I said, it is full on in terms of just like some of this, you'll be like, what the hell? Like, it might just sound a bit woo-woo, but I've gone to like the science behind it. Okay. So, I really have gone in depth. And like I was just saying before, like, put your phones on do not disturb. Like, it might sound a bit woo-woo. Emma's coming on. And this is probably the last intense one. This is the last big one. But this one here can really make or break any situation in your life and what you're doing. So it's all about how your energy. And I always say the best way to describe this is if you walked into like, say, an Arbonne conference or any other, like if you walked into that conference, you were like, you can just feel it. You can feel the people. It's just like high vibe, it's fun, it's energetic. Um, that is what a high like that you just want to be around those people, right? That's what energy is. Like we legit can like change so many circumstances because of us. Okay, so three things to know before we get started. Everything, everything we do, we touch, we see, we feel, your phone, the screen, maybe you've got a drink next to you. It's energy. It starts with energy. Your reality right now mirrors your energetic state. And you hold the power to create your own life. So I'm going to go into detail of what those are, okay? Okay. So this is what I mean by like I'm really getting sciencey and geeky with you, okay? So everything begins with energy. Everything in the universe is made up of energy and it's all vibrating at different frequencies and wavelengths. And matter itself, so if I, let's just, I'm going to hold my phone up as an example. It's made up of atoms. Each atom contains proton and neutron. So if we look at, actually, we'll look at this one first. So you've got your atom. This here is an atom, okay, on the screen. It's got protons and neutrons. Like, guys, we're going back to physics right here in the middle. And electrons. And electrons are the ones that like, those are like vibrating around the whole time. Um, the electrons orbit around the protons and neutrons, and at the smallest level, they are simply an electromagnetic wave. So if you actually just look like this is what an atom is, it's just this constant moving energy. So in other words, like everything is energy and even like I was saying, everything around us is if you put it into like the like if you zoom in, break it down, everything will look like this. Everything is an atom, which and if you look at what an atom is, it literally is just like energy moving around, okay? So then we'll come up like, and I'll get into like how it like collapses into things that are hard or like everything soon. Okay. Um, so quantum physics has discovered that electrons exist in a as a cloud of energy, and it holds all possibilities until they are observed. Okay. So only then do they appear in a specific form. Um, this can be like, I'm trying to think of an example. So this can be like say you're going after a goal in your business, or you might be having your eye on a dream car. You won't, you'll start to attract these opportunities to you, or people, you might have someone out of the blue who thinks of you and refers a customer to you, or you might just trust that the universe is like going to bring you some new customers this month. You might start seeing that dream car out on the road. It's because you've observed it. You've like actually like thought about it, put the energy behind it, and like it will collapse into time. I'm going to explain this a little bit better as we go. And basically, to sum this whole page up, what this means is that there's a limitless potential available for you, and it's waiting to be shaped by your focus and intention. Um, Stick with me, guys. Okay, so everything begins with energy, including you. So your energy can radiate up to 6 meters. I think on the next page I might have that picture. Yeah, I'll go back to that. Okay, so it's going to come up. So you got this energy field around you. And that's what I mean by like the Arbonne event. If you've ever walked into one, you can literally feel the buzz in the room because everyone's just on this such high energy state that the whole room is just like electrifying. Like I'm really excited, Michelle, for you to go there in a couple of weeks because oh my God, you're gonna have the best time. So your thoughts, okay, this part here, if you want to write something down, this is also in the notes as well. Your thoughts are an electrical charge of the information. Okay. And then your emotions and your feelings are magnetic. So we want to be thinking about what we want, but we also want to feel into that as well. This is what I mean by like those vision statements or like visualizing what you want or like not just setting goals, but actually feeling into that future version of yourself. So your thoughts, you can like think about like what we want in the future. We can write our goals down. We can like dream vision boards, all the things, but unless we're feeling into like what that actually feels like and like as if we're having it now, like it needs to match like that. So this is a good one to write down. So together they create the electromagnetic field that surrounds your body. Okay, so I just want to break this down before I move on. If you think about this, is why like say with Instagram and like this is why this today's um what am I even talking about? Like a mentoring course. What is this tonight? Like a little course tonight. It is a module. There we go. It's been a long day, guys. So tonight's module, this is why it's so like empowering because it's so important. Um, so say like if you think about that, your thoughts and your feelings are going to attract the results you want. So if you are posting out of like a feeling of like, oh my God, a scarcity or like, man, if I don't post 3 times a day, then no one's going to know I'm here. Like those are how you feel, right? Those are your thoughts and your feelings, and they're probably going to attract that. They're going to be like, they can, like, you can sense that, like, almost like, not, I wouldn't say desperation's the word, but like, you can sense that urgency that's kind of like coming from like a lack energy. Whereas if you have like, you don't really care about posting every day, but you want something like super powerful, like you can post it and you have like that energy that, like, I'm just going to speak to this, like, I'm going to put this out there and the right people are going to come to me. Um, and you can really start to like put it behind everything you do. You can bring this into like a workout. So Tessa and I have a big long run next week. We can like entire this whole time training for it. We're going to go into that run and be like, you know what, I'm going to like run the whole way. I am going to beat the time that like you can have like this mindset about I'm going to beat the time I'm going to have. You can just like feel into it. You can think about, and that's just what's going to happen in the day. So your thoughts and feelings matter more than you think. They are shaping your energy field, and positive thoughts create more open, expansive patterns, while negative thoughts create like denser, heavier ones. I'm going to share that in very soon. Okay, I'm just going to say it again. If you're thinking positively, you're creating expansive energy patterns, which is like more open to like abundance and opportunities. It's almost like living in a state of gratitude is a really good way. If you just think about if you can turn a positive spin onto anything, you're kind of by default in a really good electromagnetic field. And then with where am I? While the negative thoughts create a denser, heavier one. So if you think about that, like if you think about when you walk into a room and someone's like, "Oh, how's your day? Good." Or like, "Yeah, I can't wait, it's Friday." Or um what do people say? I don't know. When they're like, "Oh man, this is a hard run today." I kind of got like that really like, "Oh, this is hard," like that heaviness to them. And that's what I mean by like that's like more of like a negative and you can feel that. So this is really good for you guys to start to notice like what thoughts you're having, what feelings are you having, and ask yourself like how can you shift this to a higher frequency? With the general way of doing this is if you can just put it like a positive spin, write this down. If you can put a positive spin on any situation, you by default just start to have like a higher charge around you. Like you just got this more positive feeling about you. And that does people notice that, people feel that. Your electromagnetic field is in constant conversation with the quantum field, and right now your thoughts and your emotions are shaping that reality. So even your body is made up of different frequencies. Each of your five main systems, like your respiratory, your hormone, your immune, your cardiovascular, and your digestive systems, they all vibrate at their own unique frequencies within your overall energy spectrum. So I think I might have spent that on the slide here. If anything's blocked, no, it's not. So if anything's blocked in your, like maybe you're having like digestive issues, like that will then like come through with your energy. Like say if you're, so for example, this will be the easiest one, your digestive. If you're eating like McDonald's every day, or if you're not eating really well, like you generally don't feel that good. Like you generally like you might be more bloated, you might be slower, you might want to have a sleep. Like that is because that system of your body is like feeling bad, you know, or your cardiovascular system, maybe you're unfit. You know, like the difference if you're unfit versus fitter, like you generally feel really good when you're fit. But if you're not fit and you're slow and you haven't done anything for ages, like you generally like that's lacking. So just think about everything in your body is working together. Okay, so this is a person's energy field. So what it does is it kind of comes up and it comes through the main channel of the body and it goes up and around. And it will just keep doing this unless there's a block. So a person's energy field, both around their body, shifts into different patterns and frequencies in response to their thoughts and their actions. So this example, which I kind of just shared on that last page, studies using advanced imaging have shown that someone who eats whole, vibrant, nutrient-dense foods have a stronger, more expansive energy field. So things like bananas or things from like vegetables, like whole foods, in comparison to someone who consistently eats highly processed food, like junk food, they have a weaker, more fragmented energy field, and it's harder to detect. So your electromagnetic field is shaped by both your inner world, which is your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, and your outer world. So your environment, the people you hang out with, your experiences. So it's like a whole entire, this is why we say like, who are you hanging out with? Who are you following online? What are you eating? Are you looking after your body? Like it's in general, just like being like this is like almost like the geeky science behind like what we all learn in basic like everyday life. Okay. This is what I mean by the body channels. I was talking about like your chakras. So a key part of your body's energy flow comes from energy centers allocated along your main energetic channel, which is down through here. And they are running from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. And there's actually one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. There's actually an eighth one up here, like 40, like up here. If you look at my head, hold on. It's kind of like up here, like 30, 40 centimeters above your head, which isn't in the picture. But when these centers are open, it's balanced. Like when they're open and balanced, energy moves freely up through them. And it creates like this, like a really good vibe. Like you can feel it. You can feel you're like a high vibe. You're happy. You can just feel it when someone walks into the room. But when one or more of these centers are blocked, the flow is disrupted. Okay, so this interference can distort your energy field and it can influence how you perceive like reality and it can limit what you can create in life. Just want to say that last part again, like it can limit what you create in life. If you're having a creative blocks, like say when we make content online, um, something is blocked in you, which is good because we can do something about it, but it's figuring out what that is. And the health of each energy center shapes how you think and feel and function in the areas of life it relates to. So I'll describe these on the next page. So think of it like a funnel, like a funnel. You've got water, sand, whatever going in there. If it's like free flowing, it's clear, right? It will flow through easily. But say if you put like a rock in there and then you're trying to put water or sand like sand through it, it'll be really hard to come through. It'll be blocked. That's kind of like your energy centers, like say on social media, if you feel like it's hard to be creative, something in you is like that rock coming through the funnel. So it's just trying to f feel like what we can do about it. So I'm just going to describe these on the next one so you can get an idea of like what might be blocked in you. Okay, so I've put these on two different pages. So you've got your root chakra, which is right down here. So the base of your spine, it's all about your grounding, your safety, your basic needs. So here, if you're having imbalances, oh, sorry, if you're like, if you know the center is imbalanced, if you've got like fear, anxiety, instability, like you kind of just feel like you're not like stable, like like this is the root chakra, like you want to be feeling stable. So generally anxiety and like fear is a sign that we're not feeling very stable. Um, Example, constantly worrying about paying the bills, feeling unsafe in your home or your work environment, or struggling to commit to a long-term plan because it feels unpredictable. Um, so that's like, or maybe it's like worried about like what people might think of you when you put things online. There's a block there. So the second channel is here, the lower abdomen. And this is like your creativity, your fun, your pleasure, your emotions. And if you're having imbalances here, this is where you are having like emotional swings. Like you might be emotional one day, find the other, something you might watch something on TV or someone might say something, you'll be like breakdown. Um, Low libido or your creative's block. So this is like examples are losing interest in hobbies you once loved, feeling disconnected from your partner, or struggling to come up with fresh ideas in your work and in your work or business. Okay. Um, the third one's the yellow one. So this is your upper abdomen. This here is like your confidence, your power, and your will. So it's like your drive to do stuff. Um, Imbalances often look like low self-worth. Also, if any of these like imbalances are coming up, like write them down because it's kind of good to like understand like where you can look at and you can use that insight timer to honestly, that insight timer has millions of meditations on it and you can literally just Google, be like chakra clearing or energy clearing. Then you can do like you can Google which ones you have. If you want to take a screenshot of this, you can. Um, so yeah, the solar plexus, if you're having like low self-worth, indecision, like you're indecisive, or you don't feel like you're in control, generally that is a block here. So examples of these are talking yourself out of opportunities because you don't feel ready, or you're scared of doing it, or maybe you're second guessing, you're doubting yourself. Maybe you're feeling like you need to, sorry, you're feeling, bleh, or feeling the need to micromanage others to feel in control. It's like it's almost like that lack of personal control. Um, or like you just feel indecisive, really. It's like trusting your gut. Usually this is balance when you just trust yourself, even this is quite a good one because sometimes you just have to trust your gut um without actually knowing the answer. And this is like where a lot of people like will take leaps and bounds in business. Like you've all taken a leap of bound to start an album business. You've all like done like say Michelle's book flight to us like Australia. I went to Vegas, all that stuff. It's like you just don't know the outcome, but like you just have to go with it. Um, so your heart is the center of the chest. It's love, it's compassion, it's connection. Imbalances is obviously often loneliness or resentment or distrust. And example of these are avoiding deep relationships or fear of being hurt, holding on to grudges, or feeling isolated even when you're surrounded by people. Okay, so there's a few more. Okay, so there's three more to go, and the throat ones, obviously, like it's usually your voice, so it's usually your self-expression or how you talk about things. So imbalances for this one can be like fear of speaking, maybe you're feeling unheard, dishonesty, like it's like it's almost like you just don't want to speak or like you have something to say but you can't get it out there. So example is staying silent in meetings, even when you have ideas to share, or telling people what they want to hear instead of what you truly want to feel or say, um, or constantly feeling like your opinions don't matter. Your next one, your third eye. So this is between, excuse me, this is between your forehead and eyebrows. So can you hear? And imbalances is often a sign from like you're confused or you don't know the direction you're going or you just don't have much connection with yourself. Like you just don't trust your gut or your intuition. So an example will be feeling stuck or unsure of your next steps, ignoring gut feelings. So your gut, like always trust your gut. Your gut, you know how when you say like, "Oh, I just had this gut feeling about something." Like it's actually a saying because it's actually it works. Like your gut has so many membranes. We know that through like if you ever learned about the green gut glow, right? You learn like your microbiome in your tummy is like literally feeding your brain, it feeds everything. And your gut is literally like a second brain, right? So it's like when you say listen to your gut, like can you listen to your gut? And if not, like there's probably a block there. Um, or you overthink every decision because you don't trust yourself. Like sometimes you just have to go for it. Um, okay, so the top of your head, this is your spiritual connection to a higher consciousness. When I say higher consciousness, some people call this God, a higher power. You can call it anything. Like it's just like that. It's almost like that connection to something else that's bigger than us, but we don't really know what it is. So this could be like disconnection or purposelessness. And examples of these are feeling like life is just going through the motions day in, day out, like without deeper meaning, or you're losing faith in the bigger picture, or you're feeling cut off from any sense of guidance or inner wisdom. Okay, so these are all like your, hopefully some maybe, I don't know, some of those might have stood out to you. I would write those down if anything did, and then get that insight timer. It's the app, it's the meditation app, and go through and find ways to work through them. Okay. Um, sorry, I wasn't meant to do that. Okay, law of attraction. Are you guys hanging in there? It's actually not like it's actually like really basic, but like I guess like in summary, there's still a few pages to go, but like honestly, if you can just be positive and think positive and act positive and kind of feel into like what you want as a result, generally you will attract it in. Okay. And it takes time. Like that's I'm getting really geeky on this, but like I just wanted to show like it's not just woo-woo stuff. Okay, so your thoughts and emotions act like magnets, attract. So think of like at physics or science at school, like you did you guys ever do, I don't know, but I did. I got this magnet and then you get like this lead on the table and you put it on and it kind of just like comes up and it's like in this like little line, like it's like this magnet, or you have magnets along the desk. You've all probably played with magnets. There's some attract and some repel. It's like the energies, like they come together. So when you shift your electromagnetic field by intentionally changing your thoughts and your emotions, okay, your thoughts and your emotions, how you think about things, how you feel about things, you begin to draw in a new reality. Okay, so like really be intentional about how you're thinking, like not self-doubting, just like really just thinking positive about whatever you want in life, go for it. Whatever you're focusing on, be really positive and like really feel into like yes, like you are going to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve because you really begin to draw in those opportunities and you attract them in, okay? So to make this happen, you need to hold that elevated state of being long enough for your vision to take shape in the physical world. So what that means is you can't just think positive right now and then your whole life will change. It needs to be like a constant day-to-day act of like feeling, thinking, like being intentional. And this is why I'm going to loop back into a morning routine. Remember, whatever that looks like for you, but it's like just being intentional of like positivity, like doing something for you. When you fill your cup first, when you do use yourself first, whatever it is, if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, like you've just brought that energy up. You've filled your cup. You've got that mindset about you where you can actually like tackle the day because you've done you first. Okay. Um, so for example, oh yeah, where energy goes, energy flows. That's a really good one. If you Google Tony Robbins does a really good meditation. It's like 14 minutes. See if I can find it for you. But like I remember doing that like this is even before Arbonne. This is like 2018 or 2019. I would listen to it every single morning. And I remember him saying, where energy goes, energy flows. I remember thinking, what the fuck is that? Like I just didn't get it. But I was like, oh, whatever, it's just working. So I just kept doing it and like it worked. That was when I was building my group fitness business. And now I get it. Now I get the science behind it, what's actually happening. Um, so for example, I've just put a couple examples here. If you're building a business and you constantly think, oh, I'm not good at selling, or you're feeling stressed about clients, you'll attract situations that match that energy. you'll attract missed opportunities or slow growth, or you'll attract difficult customers because you're constantly thinking, I'm not good at selling, or, I don't know anyone, or no one wants my products. But if you focus on your thoughts, like I attract clients with ease, or everyone wants my green gut glow, or everyone wants what I have to offer, like, and you generally have that excitement and like that knowing behind you, you will attract it and you'll attract the right customers, you'll attract the results. You'll be sending out your links and people will buy them straight away because it's what you're thinking. Okay. Another example, if your dream life involves financial freedom, travel, and a vibrant, like a really uplifting network of people, you need to become the version of you who already has that. So it's like stepping to who is that person who is um and all that abundance and like loves to f travel and has a really good network of friends and family and all the things. Like it's like stepping in like how do they act. The more you embody that state, the more of your outer world will begin to align into it. Um, so like it's like be before we just have to trust in what we want and then like almost act as if it's already here. And we slowly start to change our reality. So this can start as simple things like dressing nicer or whatever is in line with your goals. So say if you want to be like a millionaire, dress nicer, work from cafes, put your makeup on every day. Like how do they think and feel? Obviously this is going to be different to every single person. If you're someone who wants to be fitter, like go buy yourself a nice workout gear and act like you already are that fit version of yourself. Um, Whatever it is, like it can be little things. It can be even like clearing your like a room in your house or an area in your house where it's like this is like my workspace and don't touch, as in like get the kids off this, like right? Like it can be the littlest things right now to make you feel. It could be even having like going out and buying. You don't have to buy these things. Like just having like a really nice coffee mug or a glass to drink your Green Gut Glow, or it can be stuff that just makes you feel like better, elevated. Wearing perfume's a good one. Perfume kind of makes you smell better. I don't know. Like I always feel like when I wear perfume, I'm like, you just have this sense of feeling. And also when I smell someone wearing perfume, I'm like, they smell nice. I'm like, oh, what are they doing today? Like I just have this like smell about them. Um, okay. We always say think positive, and because there's a reason for it. So you might be laser focused on hitting a goal or a certain amount of money, but underneath it, if you're feeling like a lack, like you could be laser focused on the next promotion, but underneath it all, you're like, oh, I still feel like no one wants what I want, or no one's interested in my business, or whatever. Like it's not going to happen. They need to match. So if you're going for a next promotion, but you had this underlying, and this is why that subconscious one from a couple of weeks ago was like is so powerful because it's that also comes from your subconscious. Like sometimes we can like think like, yes, I'm feeling positive. Um, I'm I'm focused on my goals. I can feel into my goals. I know what I want. But like sometimes it's our subconscious programs, which we just don't know. I'm actually going to do one next week as well. That's your subconscious reprogramming session. I'll explain it at the end, but we're going to do one next week, and it's really good to really, um, you're kind of just going to like, you just get into like this, I wouldn't say it's a sleep, like this deep, relaxed state, and you just shut your eyes, and I'll talk you through it, and your brain will just get these memories out, and they won't make sense. It could be like you walking home from school one day, and then something happens, but you're like, oh, I remember that. And then it was just like your body will, and your brain starts to like bring this up, and then it will relate to something. You'll work through it, and then you're kind of just like undone like a little block. You've rewritten the past. I don't know like what these are going to be for you. I can't tell you, but I just know every time I've done them, they work so well. Okay, so when you think about this, change your energy and change your life. Where is it? When our energy goes, energy flows. Same thing. It's like it makes you get really excited because, like I was saying at the start, when you're posting on Instagram, it's not always about like what. Have you guys ever heard me on Instagram talk about like ChatGPT, um, and how like this might have been a couple months ago, but I just went through this phase where everything on Instagram was like ChatGPT. And I'm telling you, I use ChatGPT to almost like as like a Google, like to look things up, but it's really hard for people to understand your messages when they come from something like ChatGPT because like it's not coming from you, it's coming from a computer, whereas people want to feel like what you have to put out. So like our feelings, like our energy is coming through our words and it's coming through our posts, and people will connect through that. It won't connect through like copy and pasted something. So like if you think about it, like all these things here I'm about to say, like it just comes down to us. It doesn't mean we need like a like it doesn't really matter about like what the algorithms doing on Instagram. It doesn't matter say who started before you in network marketing. It doesn't matter if you've got the best CRM system. It doesn't matter about getting prepared more. Like you, it's all about how you and if you want to make it work. Okay, there's not a lot to go. Maybe a couple more pages. Hopefully you guys are hanging in there. It's not too bad. It's like it makes sense. It's just like in depth. Okay. So, when you think or recall a memory, a biochemical reaction begins in your brain, okay, and it triggers the release of a specific chemical. And these chemical signals make your body feel exactly the way you were just thinking, which then produces more of the same thoughts. Okay, I'm going to explain some examples very soon. So your body craves what's familiar, even if that familiarity comes from thoughts that create stress, anxiety, and overthinking. Because remember, our body does whatever it does to make it easier or safe. Safe as in like you've survived another day, let's do it again. Even if those are anxiety thoughts or you overthink or you procrastinate, it doesn't matter because you survived another day, it worked, it will do it on repeat because it loves to do what's familiar. Okay. So this is why we can become addicted to the emotional states like anxiety or overthinking because our body thinks it's familiar, our body thinks it's safe. Um, so why do we get stuck? If you keep thinking the same thoughts and feelings, the same emotions, you're essentially reliving the past because your daily routines stay the same, your habits stay the same, your body goes into autopilot. When your thoughts and feelings don't change, your electromagnetic field doesn't change, which basically means your past has now become your future. Does that make sense? It's like if you get up, like say if you get up, no morning routine, right? Get up, snooze, hit the alarm, get up, make your coffee, go to work, do whatever happens at work, come home, dinner, movie, bed, rinse, repeat, right? Like you're doing the same thing. There's no part of that day where it's different. So that like to change, we actually like that's why I talk about a morning routine is because it's not necessarily what you do, but you're changing, you're making change. Like that is where you can really do create a lot of change. And then also throughout the day, if you're dressing the same, then like obviously things are going to be the same. But if you start to spice things up and put more like makeup on or like some perfume on or like you feel different. Like I was just saying before, when I wear perfume, I feel more like put together because I can smell myself and I smell fucking good. And like I'm like, man, I smell good. And I feel better. I feel like I want to go out and like work from a cafe or like I want to meet people because I feel and look good. So this can start from literally just like dressing nicer. And then like it goes from there, right? Okay, so examples. Business. If you believe I'm terrible at talking to new people and feel nervous every time you try, your brain and your body reinforce that belief and then avoid networking, miss opportunities, and your business growth stays stagnant. Okay. Health. If you constantly think I never stick to healthy habits and feel discouraged, your body mirrors that low energy state. You skip workouts, you make quick food choices, and you end up proving that your thoughts are true. Okay. Money. If you feel anxious about spending and think there's never enough money or I don't have enough money this week, then you constantly stay in that scarcity cycle. Excuse me. only seen and attracting situations that match the fear. So let's just say you really wanted, I don't know, you wanted to buy like a concert, Taylor Swift. Let's say Taylor Swift's coming to town and you want to buy a ticket, but it's like $500 out of your price range. Like if you keep thinking that, like sometimes you just have to like put it on the credit card and just trust money will come out of somewhere. And sometimes it's like it'll come from like a tax refund, or maybe daycare had days off on stat days, so like you didn't pay as much that week or whatever, school, or groceries had more sales. I don't know. Like it doesn't have to be like $500 exact, but like these things promise you they happen. Like when you just kind of put it out there, like you just don't like have that fear that money's never going to come. Like it's just trusting that it will keep coming and it will. Obviously, you have to work and do stuff, but like can't just sit at home and like obviously, yeah, you've still got to do stuff. But like if you actually are doing things like in your business and you're working and like you just have to trust that it will come in different ways. Um, okay, so I'm going to go back to my little atom over here. Okay, so energy is everything. It's only when the observer focuses their attention looking for something material that the invisible field of information and energy collapses into a particle. So what this means is if you keep viewing your life from the same level of mind, like same thoughts, same feelings, anticipating a future based on your past, you're collapsing infinite. I can't talk tonight, guys. Infinite, infinite. Oh my God, I can't say infinite. I want to say infinity and beyond. Like that's what's like coming to my mind right now. You collapse infinite possibilities into the same familiar patterns and you're calling it life, okay? So think about that. Like if you keep just like repeating, it's just going to be the same. The truth is you can collapse new timelines. Like say in business, you can collapse timelines by focusing on what you do want. Like what do you want? And like getting super clear with your intention, like super clear on what you want and no distractions, you can actually collapse timelines because that's all you're focused on. Um, okay, so we want to be new thoughts, new feelings, and a new charge. Okay, so it starts with a clear intention of what do you want? Have you all done your vision statement? Because if you haven't, this is like where can you see how this is all coming together? Like that vision statement. What do you want? Like have it where you can see it all the time. And like it, you start aligning your life without realizing you are aligning your life to what you want. And this goes so much more further than what you're doing right now. It goes into like the long term, okay? So then you combine that with like your elevated emotions and the feelings that you've already got it. So what in your vision statement can you start acting and feeling like? So in me, I've got like this beach front home, right? Me going to the beach and spending more time at beaches is going to make that feel more um like it's here already, or more time in the sun, or like I've got Pilates in there, like it's starting more Pilates classes. It's like, what can we do now to really start like bringing that to life? When there's a vibrational match between your energy and the potential that already exists in the quantum field, you begin to draw that experience towards you. And this is how you tune into the energy of a new future. Okay, like I was saying about like beach house, go to the beach, or like sit in the sun. But for this to happen, you have to have, excuse me, you have to have the clear sorry, you have to clear the energetic blocks that keep you stuck in your old patterns. I'm just gonna have a drink. Sorry, hold on. Okay. So that was what I was talking about before, like those energetic blocks. Those are your chakras. Um, so that's really good. Like those are really good to clear through meditations. So example of clearing blocks, like your mindset. Replace self-doubt with affirmations and visualizations that align with the goals. And you can read these in the morning or at night or all day long. Your emotions, like practice forgiveness, like practice like and like releasing like any resentment or anything heavy, like maybe holding grudges. What else could there be? Like anything like you just pissed off, you know, when you just pissed off, like stuff like that, like just release somehow. Just be like, you know what? Let them. If you haven't read the book, let them theory. I swear that book changed my life. You just like let them talk, let them judge, let them say what they want. But it's your life. At the end of the day, it's your life. You got to do what's right for you. Body. Move daily. Yoga, running, or dance to shift stagnant energy. Okay. So exercise. Like we all know we need to be exercising. Environment. Declutter your workspace or your home to create space for new opportunities. That's what I was saying before, like make a space for you at your home where it's just you. Um, I actually have in my, this is my office, but in our lounge room, I have like this nice like rocking chair and it's got like literally, okay, guys, I should send you the link. I think I spent $15 on this like huge, like fluffy, like beautiful blanket. It's like huge. And I put it on the chair and then next to my chair is like a big, beautiful plant. And then there's like two little tables. So it's kind of like they're like layered. And then one of the tables is where I just put my Green Gut Glow I have every single morning. And then the other table has like my notebook and my book. So that's like where I do like all my morning stuff. Like I sit there, it's a nice comfy rocking chair, I have a nice big blanket because it's cold in the mornings. Um, and then like, yeah, that's like my little corner, but it's also useful throughout the day. I just make sure it's like really nice and tidy when I go to bed so that it's nice and tidy and like inviting when I wake up before the kids. Um, and habits, like let go of routines that reinforce your old identity and replace them with ones for your future self. Okay, so yeah, it's all about like what can we do to be creating positive, uplifting, like feelings and thoughts towards what we want. I'm just going to stop sharing because I think that's it. Yeah. So in your notebook, hopefully that's that's a lot, was it? Um, what I'm going to do is, yeah, there's a bit to work through. Does that all make sense, guys? Do you guys have like any questions on all that? It is like, I'm just gonna stop recording because we're done. Hold on.